Good morning, everyone. My name is Ashutosh. I'm CFO of POLYPLEX Thailand. First of all, we are extremely sorry for this technical glitch and we could not start our presentation on time. Extremely sorry about that. Joining me on this discussion are Mr. Amit Prakash, who is Managing Director of the company, and also Kunsubita, who is Manager of Finance and also taking care of investor relations. We all welcome you to this opportunity for the company for quarter one results. For the benefits of those who are joining for the first time, we'll start with company's overview and which will be followed by financial performance and details. Post the presentation, the forum will be open for questions which we may have, and then we'll do our best to answer the questions within time. I would like to remind everyone that whatever we say on this call, which refers to our outlook for the future, is a forward-looking statement, and it must be taken in the context of the risk that we face. Let's begin with a very quick overview of the company and the business we operate in. POLYPLEX Thailand was set up in 2002 as a flagship company of POLYPLEX Group. POLYPLEX Group is one of the leading producers of various polymeric substrates globally. As a group, we have 7 manufacturing sites spread in 5 countries. We have 2 locations in India, 2 manufacturing setups in Thailand, 1 in Turkey, 1 in USA, and the latest one being Indonesia. With this presence, we are present in all the major demand centers of the globe. Our strong sales and distribution network has helped spreading our customer base to more about 90 countries, and we are catering to over 2,700 customers globally. Thin polyester film is our core business, in which we rank globally number 2 if we exclude China. BOPET film is used primarily for flexible packaging, food as well as non-food applications, as well as industrial applications, which is like insulation, tapes, release liners, solar panel, photovoltaic, electric vehicle, etc. Details are all major applications, and different type of films are available in the annexes to this presentation. We are also the most integrated producer of polyester film with upstream integration into polyester resin and downstream integration to various coating substrates. Investment in other substrates like BOPP, Blown, CPP has further enhanced our capability and offering to customers for a variety of applications within packaging and industrial. Next one, please. Moving on to quarter financial performance, we are very happy to report a considerable improvement in our key financial indicators in this quarter. Normalized EBITDA for the quarter is about 800 million baht, which is an improvement of about 36% versus previous quarter and about 84% of quarter one of last financial year. This is despite the continued pressure on margins due to oversupply situation. Thanks to our strong global sales and distribution network, diversification across country, product, and applications, as well as our continued focus on DPAC portfolio. We'll talk about this in detail subsequently. Let's move to see how the trend looks like on a quarter-on-quarter financial basis. Our sales volume has improved by about 7% versus on a YOY basis. However, when we compare quarter-on-quarter performance, there's a decline of about 5% in volume. The decline is primarily because of our trials, which we are doing for new product development, as well as some planned and unplanned shutdown in the machines. We have seen an improvement in the value additions of most of our base films, as well as downstream businesses. Reflecting the trend of higher value additions and better volume of specialty business, the normalized EBITDA and PAT is also seeing an improving trend. This is a big chart which explains the movement of EBITDA versus quarter four of previous financial year. As you would note, the positive variance is mainly because of improved value addition and high contribution from downstream businesses including chips. This is partially offset by negative volume variance. There is also a positive variance in fixed cost versus last quarter because last quarter had some exceptional repair, stores spares, and staff cost, which is not continuing in this quarter. This is the big chart which explains the movement in profit versus quarter one of previous financial year. These are positive volume variance as well as positive rate variance due to better value addition and higher contribution from downstream and resin sales. This is offset by higher fixed cost in this quarter as compared to corresponding quarter of last year. Coming to success enablers, over the years, POLYPLEX has built a strong business model, creating a unique positioning in the industry and deliver a superior long-term returns to its shareholder. We are one of the very few players combining several such attributes like global and fully integrated manufacturing setup, a geographically diversified sales distribution network, wide product portfolio with high share of specialty, continued focus on operational and cost efficiencies, including focus on ESG. Let's take each one of them separately. This maps demonstrate our global footprint and presence in all key markets and markets across the globe, either through manufacturing setup or sales distribution, trading setup, office, liaison office, and sales agency. This is one of our strong points compared to competition, and this has helped us offering a differentiated value proposition to our customers. Over the years, we have grown and diversified our customer base to more than 2,600 customers spread in 90 countries. Continued supply chain issues and geopolitical relationships have again demonstrated the volatility and risk involved in a long supply chain and the import process, and the customers, especially in developed economies, have started approaching onshore suppliers like POLYPLEX with increased quantity. With presence in all demand centers and a judicious mix of onshore-offshore facility, POLYPLEX is in a unique position to continue to deliver superior value proposition to our customers. Talking about the entire industry value chain, you may note that the highlighted part is the area where POLYPLEX operates. This is quite differentiated from the rest of the value chain. Our products are mostly customized to the customer's requirement and are made to order. These are not made to stock business. Our products are mostly we have fully integrated manufacturing at all the locations with upstream integration to polyester resin and downstream integration to variety of products. This helps containing the cost under check as well as offer more value to our customers. Specialty sales have been one of our top priorities, and this has not only helped deliver relatively better margins in long term, but also counter the volatility in the standard film segment. The impact is more pronounced in the period where the margins on the standard film is very low, like we are witnessing currently. DPAC is the terminology we use to refer to our specialty portfolio. These sales not only require huge investment in machines and technology, but also take time to develop and get the product qualified for end applications and are not easily replaceable. DPAC means differentiated product, differentiated applications, and differentiated customers. Differentiated products, these are the products with special feature and differentiated functional properties. The technology mostly lies in machine capability, recipe, and the process parameter. The competition is normally limited due to limited availability of technology, huge trial cost to develop these products, small order quantity, and number of SKUs, making the cost-effective production unviable for most of the producers. Differentiated applications. These are the specific niche applications which may not be well known into the market or the risk perception is very high and hence the incumbent supplier is difficult to be replaced. Differentiated customers. These are the customers who have major entry barriers due to significant quality requirement, long qualification time or significant trial cost. Moving on. Timely investment into enhancing our capabilities and capacity to grow DPAC, the mindset to keep identifying such opportunity, and a relentless aspiration to have a decent share of DPAC have resulted in continued expansion of DPAC sales, both in terms of volume and in terms of incremental contribution from the DPAC portfolio. We have always been taking and continue to take timely investment decisions to enhance our capacities to grow the DPAC portfolio. DPAC volume, which was about 57,000 tons in FY21, has grown to 74,000 tons in FY24. Similarly, incremental EBITDA, which was about 1.4 billion in FY21, has grown to about 2.2 billion in FY24, and the run rate for the quarter is even higher. The next key attribute is a global and well-diversified customer base. At Ptl console level, we have large customer base of about 2,000 customers spread across 80 countries. We have a good mix of packaging and industrial sales. We diversified in use applications across several industries. Due to the geographical diversification of customers, there is low customer concentration risk, with top 10 customer accounting for only 27% of our sales. POLYPLEX has been operating its assets at nearly optimum CUF of more than 95% as compared to industry, which is currently operating at 60 to 65%. Our capacity utilization has always remained full due to debottlenecking of existing assets and wide spread market reach. Higher CUF of POLYPLEX is due to our unmatched breadth of product portfolio across packaging and industrial applications, local presence in all key markets, ability to move material from one continent to another depending on the local market conditions, large customer base, and continued debottlenecking of assets and forward-backward integration. This is a long-term trend of financial performance for the last 5 years. Thanks to our global presence, market reach, and specialty sales product portfolio, our EBITDA per kg has remained quite healthy and seen improvement in this quarter from 8 baht to 12 baht per kg. Cash flow from operations are healthy and continue to stay positive. Despite significant capex investment in the last 4-5 years and a large project underway in the US, our net position is negative, which gives us room to consider growth opportunities at the right time. And this performance is phenomenal given the current industry dynamics, the oversupply situation which we are facing in. In line with improved performance in profitability in this quarter, ROCE and ROE have also shown an improvement trend. Next key attribute is our commitment to sustainable growth. Commitment to ESG is part of POLYPLEX culture. We have always been and will continue to strive to create sustainable products through sustainable processes. Our high level of commitment to sustainability is also demonstrated by alignment of our business goals with various CPGs, government, and industry bodies. Investment into post-industrial waste and post-consumer waste recycling through our subsidiary NicoBlue in Thailand. Expanding sustainable product portfolio and expanding sustainable applications has been our focus area in recent past. POLYPLEX Thailand has been awarded various prestigious awards over time, including Prime Minister's Award for Innovation, Chemical Recycling Thailand, Prime Minister's Industry Award 22 for Quality Management, and Corporate Social Responsibility Award 2023. Stability in earning. There are mainly 3 points in this slide. Point number 1, if we see the line representing the crude oil has been very volatile from 46 to 30 to $85 per barrel, and this impacts on major raw material PG and MEG. However, if we look at industry BA, it does not follow a trend which can be correlated to raw material. In nutshell, the raw material per se is not a margin determinant for this industry. Raw material is generally passed through with some lag effect ranging from 1 month to a quarter. Point number 2 is the industry margin, where we have plotted China VA as a reflection of industry margin. One can note that China VA, which was historically lowest at 23-21 cents per kg, had gone up to $1 in 2021, is now operating at 10 cents per kg for last 6 months, and has always been low 20s in last 1 year. This is the phase which industry is currently operating in, and we believe this is the lowest margin, and probably margin has to improve from here. And point number 3 is POLYPLEX VA compared to the industry VA. If we look at the greenish line, our VA has always been consistent, less volatile than the industry VA, and this is only because of our product offering and diversification across geography and as well as customer mix. Moving on, industry outlook. The key driver for demand growth includes population growth, increasing urbanization, changing demographics, trend towards nuclear families, etc., etc. Aging population, evolving retail formats, and e-commerce, together with safety and hygiene, has also led to rising per capita packaging consumption. There is a continued shift from rigid to flexible packaging, and this trend is continuing since long. Overall, we believe that industry will grow. Global industry will grow at 4% to 5%. Due to recessionary pressure across the globe, there had been some short-term impact on demand for industrial segments and even some packaging end use. The demand may be accelerated with growth of energy transition in uses like solar panels, backsheet, battery, EV, MLCC, etc. The drive for sustainable packaging and evolving regulatory mandates may create additional opportunities as well as raise concerns on usage of certain types of plastic film into flexible packaging, which will impact the demand growth for the industry. Majority of the new capacities is being added in low-cost economies like China and India. Excluding China, the CUF of the industry is expected to be more steadier with lower variance in peaks and troughs. Any deferment or delay in capacities or line closure and utilization of older lines due to changing cost dynamics could possibly impact the industry outlook. In terms of growth capexes, the key ongoing project currently is the US brownfield expansion, where we are putting the second polyester line and a new coater, as well as debottlenecking of our resin plant. Total investment is estimated to be about $132 million, and the project is scheduled to start in Q4 of this financial year. POLYPLEX continues to remain confident of ramping up this line quickly due to well-established sales and distribution network in North America. Post the new line, POLYPLEX USA will become the most cost-efficient producer in the US for polyester film. Apart from this large investment, we also have some small investment in Thailand, which are aimed at enhancing our DPEC product portfolio and also with an aim to grow our focus on the industrial application, which is generally commanding a more stable and higher VA as compared to flexible packaging. With this, I'll stop the presentation. We can open the forum for Q&As. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Ashutosh. I'll take the first few questions. Good morning, everyone. First of all, apologies once again for the technical glitch we had early on. So we have a question split into several smaller questions. So how does the management expect company's performance for this quarter to be? So in volume terms, if you look at the running quarter, I would expect the quarter to be more or less similar to the last quarter. Because this quarter also is a weak quarter in Europe where we have a holiday period in July and August, and the markets open towards middle of September. In terms of financial performance, in terms of margin performance, so margins are holding across most of the geographies. We have seen slight improvement over the previous months, given that the impact of overstocking or destocking is over, and the markets are back to the normal demand level. So all in all, we would expect the quarter performance to be similar, but for accounting for the fact that it's a leaner quarter in Europe because of the holiday season and also in the US for summers.
ขอบคุณนะครับสำหรับในเรื่องของคำถามใน2คำถามแรกที่มีนะครับก็คือในส่วนของวอลลุ่มนะครับในไตรมาสที่จะถึงนี้นะครับก็ในเรื่องของก็คงมีลักษณะคล้ายคลึงกับทางด้านของวอลลุ่มที่ผ่านมาในไตรมาสที่ผ่านมานะครับถึงแม้ว่าในยุโรปในสหรัฐอเมริกานั้นวอลลุ่มนะครับจะลดลงนะครับเนื่องจากอยู่ในช่วงของเทศกาลวันหยุดที่ผ่านมานะครับแต่ถ้าพูดถึงในเรื่องของ margin นั้นมีการปรับตัวที่ดีขึ้นนะครับปัญหาในเรื่องของการที่จะ destocking นั้นนะครับในเรื่องของการที่จะมีการสะสมผลิตภัณฑ์นะครับในจำนวนที่คาดการณ์นั้นก็มีปัญหานะครับในเรื่องนี้ destocking นั้นก็คือจบสิ้นไปแล้วถ้าพูดถึงในเรื่องของผลประกอบการในแต่ละไตรมาสนะครับเราคาดการณ์ว่าจะปรับตัวดีขึ้นเล็กน้อยนะครับขอบคุณครับ next please
And also to add that, as we had just to re-emphasize on the fact that, as we have stated in earlier set of days also, July, August, September is indeed a weak quarter. So one has to kind of see the performance in light of the same.
ก็แน่นอนนะครับเราจำเป็นที่จะต้องจับตามองผลการประกอบการนะครับในไตรมาสต่อไปอย่างใกล้ชิดทีเดียวครับ Thank you.
How's the situation in the US project? So as Ashutosh mentioned in his presentation, US project is now on time as far as the revised schedule and the revised cost. We expect the plan to start in Q4 of 24-25.
ก็ในเรื่องของนะครับโครงการในสหรัฐอเมริกาเราเริ่มต้นว่าสายการผลิตนะครับก็จะเริ่มต้นขึ้นนะครับในไตรมาส 4 ปี 2024 ถึง 2025 ในเรื่องของตารางเวลาในเรื่องของการเตรียมการนะครับรวมทั้งต้นทุนต่างๆก็เป็นไปตามแผนที่มีการวางไว้ Thank you. Next please.
So next question is about the US project breaking even. So in developed geographies, it generally takes to qualify any new line for the customers who are even existing customers for the current operations in the US. So that typically would take anywhere between 3 months to 6 months. So given that, our expectation for the US project would be that it should break even anywhere between 9 to 12 months time.
เพราะฉะนั้นนะครับจากทางด้านของรายละเอียดนี้ก็คือจำเป็นที่จะต้องดูในเรื่องของฐานลูกค้าที่มีอยู่แล้วในภูมิภาคนั้นๆนะครับเพราะฉะนั้นในส่วนของการที่จะไปถึงเวลาที่ได้มีการจดคุ้มทุนนะครับก็ถ้าโดยทั่วไป 3-6 เดือนนะครับแต่เพราะฉะนั้นนะครับโครงการในสหรัฐอเมริกานั้นน่าจะใช้เวลานะครับก็คือประมาณไม่เกินนะครับ9 เดือนขอบคุณครับ next please.
So will the US new plant drag down the company's profit in the beginning? So it is understandable that during the ramp-up phase of the project, there would be it'll have a lower CUF and there'll be startup expenses to be considered. Given that in the initial period, it could impact negatively the overall EBITDA of the company. However, eventually within 9 to 12 months, it is expected to achieve a break-even and be EBITDA accretive going forward.
ก็สำหรับโครงการในสหรัฐอเมริกานะครับอาจจะเริ่มต้นขึ้นนะครับแน่นอนว่าในช่วงเริ่มต้นนั้นอาจจะมีการใช้กำลังการผลิตนะครับอาจจะยังไม่เต็มที่เท่าไหร่และก็อาจจะส่งผลนะครับลบกับทางด้านของ EBITDA แต่อย่างไรก็ดีนะครับเมื่อทางด้านของโครงการในสหรัฐอเมริกาดำเนินการไปได้สักพักหนึ่งเมื่อไปถึงจุดคุ้มทุนแล้วนะครับทางด้านของ EBITDA ก็จะดีขึ้นครับ Thank you. Next please.
So next question is about our read of the market for this year and the next year. And a related question is will Ptl continue recovering from here onwards? So as far as the market is concerned, and it was there in the presentation as well, that if you look at non-China demand versus the capacity addition. So capacity additions are, let's say, 1.5% higher than the growth in demand. However, the growth in demand continues on a firm rate of anywhere between 4 to 5% for the industry. And we are one of the few industries which has continued to grow at that pace even higher for over 20 years. So however, post-COVID, we had a situation of overstocking, and there was a drop in apparent demand, as we call it, due to the destocking taking place across the value chain, which effectively means at the CPG level, at the converter level, and at our level. Fortunately, now that is behind us. In fact, some amount of restocking has started to happen because December was end of the year for a lot of companies globally. So they like to operate at lowest possible stocks. So there is some positive impact of restocking. However, the normal demand itself has recovered to a normal level, which is a plus. And we expect this year, remaining part of this year and the next year, to have a healthy demand situation.
ในเรื่องของนะครับก็คือคำถามในเรื่องของทางด้านของธุรกิจของเรานะครับก็คือว่าจะกลับมาฟื้นตัวนะครับได้นะครับเมื่อไหร่เพราะฉะนั้นคำถามนี้นะครับถ้าดูในเรื่องของกำลังการผลิตส่วนเกินถ้าไม่นับรวมนะครับทางด้านกำลังการผลิตในประเทศจีนที่เกิดขึ้นนะครับกำลังการผลิตส่วนเกินนะครับกว่าทางด้านของความต้องการของผลิตภัณฑ์ที่มีอยู่นะครับก็อยู่ประมาณทางด้าน 1.5 นะครับเปอร์เซ็นต์แต่ถ้าทางด้านของความเติบโตในเรื่องของความต้องการของผลิตภัณฑ์ของเราในตลาดก็เติบโตอยู่ที่ประมาณนะครับ 4-5% และก็ปัญหาในเรื่องของ destocking นะครับก็ได้จบลงแล้วเพราะฉะนั้นนะครับเราคาดการณ์ว่าทางด้านของความต้องการผลิตของเรานะครับปกตินั้นจะกลับมานะครับอย่างรวดเร็วก็คือภายในปีนี้และก็ภายในปีหน้าด้วยครับ Thank you next please
On the supply side, most of the lines outside China have already come on stream and to a large extent been absorbed by the market. There are still capacities to come up in China in the rest of the year, and also some lines are expected to come on stream in 2025. Those capacities would put some pressure on the margins as and when they come up.
ถ้าพูดถึงนะครับทางด้านอุปทานนะครับถ้าไม่นับรวมภายในประเทศจีนนะครับก็คือว่าก็มีการตอบสนองกับตลาดได้เป็นอย่างดีนะครับในระดับหนึ่งทีเดียวถ้าพูดถึงในทางด้านของประเทศจีนนะครับก็ยังมีสายการผลิตนะครับกำลังการผลิตส่วนเกินอยู่นะครับซึ่งก็จะมีการเริ่มดำเนินการอยู่ด้วยก็จะก่อให้เกิดความกดดันนะครับในส่วนของ margin ของธุรกิจนี้ครับ
So on the margin side, if you see, as we had in the presentation, that Chinese margins have been at a very low level for almost 5 to 6 quarters straight, and the margins that they are operating at currently are in medium term even unsustainable because they barely cover the variable cost. So one can say that the markets have indeed bottomed out, and going forward, given the demand recovering to a normal situation, we should expect on one hand PTL performance to continue to recover, and once the US operations would break even, that would be indeed EBITDA accretive, along with several other DPAC initiatives which are in progress or will be coming on stream.
ถ้าดูนะครับในส่วนของทางด้านของ margin ของทางด้านของอุตสาหกรรมนี้ในประเทศจีนนะครับก็ค่อนข้างจะต่ำเลยทีเดียวนะครับเป็นเวลา 5-6 ไตรมาสติดต่อกันมาแล้วนะครับนั่นก็จะส่งผลกระทบนะครับที่ทำให้ทางด้านของอุตสาหกรรมนี้ในประเทศจีนนั้นมีนะครับก็คือในระยะกลางนั้นมีความไม่ยั่งยืนนะครับเนื่องจากจะไม่สามารถที่จะชดเชยได้แม้แต่ต้นทุนผันแปรอย่างไรก็ดีถ้าเรามาดูทางด้านของธุรกิจหรืออุตสาหกรรมของเราเองนะครับของทางด้าน POLYPLEX ของเรานะครับก็รวมทั้งถ้ามีการเริ่มดำเนินการนะครับของโครงการในสหรัฐอเมริกานะครับเมื่อเราไปถึงจุดคุ้มทุนได้ในสหรัฐอเมริการวมทั้งเรามุ่งเน้นนะครับในเรื่องของสินค้าพิเศษเฉพาะทางที่มีการเพิ่มมูลค่าแล้วก็สนองตอบต่อความต้องการของลูกค้าโดยเฉพาะนะครับสถานะของเรานะครับ margin ของเราก็จะปรับตัวไปในทิศทางที่ดีขึ้นมากครับ Thank you
The next question on the expected spread for PTL products in 24-25. As one would observe that our spreads have been holding around 81 to 85 cents. I would expect for the remaining of 24-25 the spreads to be in that range, and which would be a positive lead over Chinese VO of 65 to 70 cents per kg.
ก็ทางด้านพูดถึง spread นะครับทางด้านของบริษัทของเรานั้นอยู่ที่ 81-85 เซนต์ต่อ 1 กิโลกรัมของผลิตภัณฑ์นะครับและก็แนวโน้มก็จะเป็นอย่างนี้นะครับในตั้งแต่ปี 2024 ถึงปีหน้า 2025 นะครับซึ่งก็แตกต่างจากในยุโรปและก็ในประเทศจีนนะครับซึ่ง spread อยู่ที่ 65-70 เซนต์ต่อ 1 กิโลกรัมครับ Thank you
Ashutosh, can you take the next question, which is on volume and of the US?
After the new line, US will be about 23 to 25% of basin capacity. But US is also doing some specialty product, which it is importing from other group companies and selling it to USA. So my guess will be that the US sales will be about 35% to 40% of the POLYPLEX Thailand turnover after ramp up of full utilization, which is today only 25%.
ณปัจจุบันนี้นะครับสัดส่วนทางด้านของวอลลุ่มในโครงการที่สหรัฐอเมริกานะครับปัจจุบันนี้อยู่ที่25%นะครับจากการคาดการณ์ของเรานะครับแต่อย่างไรก็ดีโครงการในสหรัฐอเมริกาจะมุ่งเน้นนะครับในเรื่องของการผลิตสินค้านะครับหรือผลิตภัณฑ์ที่มีความพิเศษเพิ่มมูลค่าสนองตอบกับความต้องการของลูกค้านะครับวอลลุ่มนะครับก็จะเป็นการส่งผลนะครับอยู่ที่ประมาณ 35-40% ครับ Thank you we got is there anything else
If any other investors have any questions, you can post it on the portal, and we have a couple of minutes more. You can answer those questions if you have any additional questions.
ถ้าท่านนักลงทุนนะครับท่านไหนนะครับมีความสนใจที่จะให้ข้อเสนอแนะหรือถามคำถามใดๆเชิญได้นะครับเรายังมีเวลาเหลืออยู่ครับ
There's one more question: which month the US plant will start up? So as you know, the plant, most of the plant and machinery is from Europe, especially Germany, and December is a holiday period due to Christmas and New Year. So one would expect the startup activities to commence and the plant to start around January. So between January and February is the period when we expect the plant to be up.
ทางด้านของนะครับมีคำถามต่อเนื่องว่าในช่วงเดือนไหนนะครับโรงงานที่สหรัฐอเมริกานั้นจะเริ่มต้นดำเนินการผลิตนะครับเนื่องจากเครื่องจักรอุปกรณ์ส่วนใหญ่นั้นมาจากทางยุโรปก็คือทางด้านของประเทศเยอรมนีนะครับแล้วก็ในเดือนธันวาคมนะครับซึ่งก็เป็นเดือนซึ่งค่อนข้างจะมีช่วงเทศกาลวันหยุดนะครับค่อนข้างเยอะทีเดียวเพราะฉะนั้นก็ทางด้านของโรงงานการผลิตที่สหรัฐอเมริกานะครับจะเริ่มต้นในเดือนมกราคมหรือกุมภาพันธ์นะครับในปีหน้าครับขอบคุณครับ
Can you elaborate on the question on Turkey plant status? Because Turkey is not having any new investment.
The question is that what about the status of operation of Turkey plant because there's often news about the poor economic status in Turkey.
Okay, so on that front, as we have stated in earlier presentations as well, there has been a strong depreciation of the currency. However, most of our costs are denominated in dollars and euros, and all our sales into domestic market are in euro, a few in dollars. So our exposure to the currency is almost limited, and our sales into domestic market is between 30 to 32%, and the balance of the product is exported to Europe. So the Turkish economic environment has had no negative impact on performance of the company.
ทางด้านของนะครับแม้ว่าทางด้านของในเศรษฐกิจที่ตุรกีนะครับแม้ว่าจะมีการลดค่าเงินนะครับในประเทศก็แล้วแต่นะครับแต่ว่าทางด้านของรายได้ของเราส่วนใหญ่นะครับก็คือว่ามีการกำหนดไว้นะครับก็คือเป็นค่าเงินยูโรค่าเงินดอลลาร์ทางด้านของรายได้ที่จากการขายนะครับผลิตภัณฑ์ของเราในประเทศตุรกีส่วนใหญ่นะครับเป็นค่าเงินนะครับยูโรอาจจะมีนะครับค่าเงินดอลลาร์อยู่บ้างเพราะฉะนั้นในส่วนนี้นะครับก็คือว่าก็จะนะครับแทบจะไม่ส่งผลกระทบเชิงลบกับการดำเนินธุรกิจของเราเลยครับ Thank you Is there anything else, please?
Ashutosh, there's a question. Would you like to address this impact of changing of major shareholder?
So there's a question about impact from changing major shareholder. So it's very wide question though, because the change in shareholder is happening at our parent company level. So as far as POLYPLEX Thailand is concerned, it continues to be governed by POLYPLEX Thailand shareholding and its structure. And as a shareholder, POLYPLEX India will have its own presence on the board. So yeah, so we don't see any major change happening because of this change at PCL. POLYPLEX Corporation's shareholding change, to my knowledge.
ก็นะครับทางด้านของการเปลี่ยนแปลงนะครับของทางด้านของการถือหุ้นใหญ่นะครับของบริษัท POLYPLEX นั้นเกิดขึ้นที่บริษัทแม่ของบริษัท POLYPLEX ที่ประเทศอินเดียนะครับทางด้านของจะไม่ส่งผลกระทบใดๆนะครับกับทางด้านของการดำเนินธุรกิจของบริษัท POLYPLEX ประเทศไทยจำกัดนะครับ Thank you
Yeah, I think we've run out of time and there are no more questions, so I think we can end the call. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. ขอบคุณครับ
Sawadee ka.
ขอบคุณครับ
Thank you.
สวัสดี